Oh, rain. Let's mute the stream. So, good evening everybody, my name is Osa, and tonight we are playing Farm Sim 19 on Ungetsheim. That's all fertilizer. We're going to have to fertilize sometime soon. Do I do that? Yeah. Okay. Let's open the door for the tractor, at least for now. Although there is very little we can do right this minute, because it's raining. Check the ground. Stuff is growing. You need to fertilize that. Nothing to sell, nothing to fix. So we're keeping in the money barely. Chickens are doing chickeny things. Okay, the 2 kilogram chickens are the older ones, the zeros are the younger ones. Next animal soon. 2, 3, 4. So we're expecting 4 more chickens. Ploughing, cultivating, that is 137 is down there. It's quite a big field for so little money. 55 is way over there. Let's check the weather report and see what. Let's see what we're expecting today. Rain, 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 rain. Good. Cloudy tomorrow and sunny by the afternoon. More rain on Tuesday. I guess. There's another cultivating job that's a little bit smaller at 65. Just down there a bit more. Well, let's do 55 and then 65 and then we'll see what goes from there. Raining pretty hard. Poor little tractor. Okay, let's go, dude. No. Too much Farm Sim 17 playing. I'm not used to the driving controls again. There we go. So I think we can go this way and turn right out of here. So this isn't going to pay us much, but still it's more income. Dude, get out the road. Good grief. Hey Whitehawk, how you doing? We are doing okay here. Feeling a little under the weather food-wise. But, yeah, we have a car behind us. But we have a full day of rain. Oops, I better speed up time. We might do a double. 15 times. Because frankly we're not going to get much work on our farm today. Kevin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So what did we do? Oh yes, there was no Lawfold stream on Saturday morning because we went to look at houses. At least that was the plan, except one of the houses that came on the market this week that we were planning to look at already sold. So yay. In the meantime, we can't get anybody to look at our house, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But the house we went to look at, it had some nice points, but it was on a main road and various other issues that not really our style. Big one, laundry in the basement. Sort of, yeah, we don't want to have to go down into the basement if we don't have to go down into the basement. Where are we going? 55. Should be just about here. So I'm sure that driver is now really happy I'm not in front of him anymore. I was going to say, I think I do, but could be wrong. Yeah, it's my hips. My shoulders aren't too good either. Yeah. I did hear one guy say, who is a farmer, that you can cultivate in the rain because all you're doing is turning over the dirt. However, if it rains lots, then you're going to get your tractor stuck in the mud, so you don't want to do that. Now, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. The rain started this morning probably around 6, so we're probably okay at least for this morning, doing some churning up the dirt. What you don't want to be doing is planting and harvesting and fertilizing and liming and stuff like that. So these are small fields. Our cultivator can travel at quite a speed, so we'll do what we're able to do for now. I think what we'll do is we'll run across so we don't have to get so close to the road doing this. Forward gear and drop the cultivator. Go. Now what I'm going to yeah, we'll take a little bit of gaming license here. Oh, right. Well, I'm not farming organically here. I'm doing all the chemicals, all the stuff. Now, plus it's not my field, and it's already got a ton of weeds in it anyway. Whee. So yeah, we'll take a little bit of gaming license. We'll assume I'm not doing this at 15 times speed. It's just that going 15 times speed moves the day along a little bit quicker. And we don't end up cultivating it being 10 o'clock and then we have to sit around for 8 hours before I can take a nap. Well, yeah, I can't keep my fertilizer dry because I have an open top fertilizer wagon. Now, I don't know whether you saw last week I swapped them out because there was a new patch on Monday for one of the solid fertilizer spreaders that allowed it to spread lime, and it's cheaper than the spreader we had, so I now don't have one that is supported on the 3-point linkage. I have one that's towed with a in a wheeled carriage thing, and the quantity of fertilizer it holds is a lot bigger, or a lot more than the rear mounted one that we used to have. So yeah, my sister's kid works on a farm with his girlfriend back in England. Great demand for something we probably don't have. Now, Lawfolds is far more organic as a farm. We're mostly using oilseed radish and digestate or manure to fertilise the fields. Of course, in Farm Sim 17 there's no weeds, so we're not doing those. Although I have, the weeder counts as a fertiliser, and I do use that on the grass fields on occasion, especially when I'm not in any particular hurry to get the fertilising done. Well, Lawfolds is 6 game years, so yes, it's very well established. It's kind of the problem starting off a new farm. Kind of very rushed to get things into the ground because you're starting from all the fields are bare. They need ploughed, they need fertilised, they need limed typically, and by the time you've got all that done, you're knocking at the end of the planting season. So you need to start getting the the seeds in the ground, and so that doesn't give you a lot of time for getting the oilseed radish into the ground and doing an organic startup. Also, you don't have the digestate. But that first, I didn't stream the first year on Lawfolds, but that first year I converted, or I started one of the arable fields as a grass field because I figured I'd probably need more grass, and did silage bales for the entirety of the first year until the last cut of the year, at which point I made some hay because I bought some sheep in the fall. And from there sold the silage bales to the BGA and got a ton of digestate. And so from there onwards it was all it was all organic. Of course, buying all the slurry spreading equipment and what have you is kind of a large expense. But then with Lawfolds, you're making so much money from the harvest, it wasn't really a problem. I leased the harvester for the first year because obviously the first year I didn't have all the money. But after that first year was done, it was just, okay, I've got the money to do everything. And I can afford to buy all the big, heavy equipment. I mean, we started off with the Class Axiom 940 as a starting tractor, which is about 380 horsepower. But for that first year, I didn't have any equipment that really warranted it, apart from the mower unit. I mean, that was the thing with with the Old Stream farm. If you start in new farmer mode, every single field you start with has needs lime, needs ploughed, and all of them have been fallow for the previous 2 seasons. So if I jump out here, you can see previous was a legume and the one before that was an oil seed. And for the Old Stream farm, it was fallow. So basically, if you run a role play that, the farm's been neglected quite substantially. Nothing's been grown there. You probably don't want to eat the the crop in the farm silo, because that's probably been there for about 3 or 4 years, and who knows what condition it's in now. But I did sell it anyway because I kind of needed the money. I'm thinking Lawfolds replacement. I'm pretty much set on going old, Oakfield Farm. And I will probably go for some more prototypical UK style equipment rather than what I have been using on Lawfolds. Turns out that using chaser bins for unloading harvesters isn't really a thing in the UK. They'll use sort of the small agroliner style tippers, and pretty much 2 tractors in constant rotation, obviously depending how close the field is to the yard. I think so, yeah. I want to move to 19. Lawfolds is an old game. I'd like to restart it, and my main reason for keeping it running for this long was to finish up all of the achievements for Farm Sim 17, and I got through pretty much all of them except pig breeding and cow breeding. And as soon as I noticed that, it was a case of, okay, I'll buy 50 pigs, and within 2 seasons, so spring, summer, I'd achieved the pig breeding achievement. Cows took me a long time. I had cows on Lawfolds from, I think, end of year 2, and it wasn't until beginning of summer year 6 that I got the 20 cows that I needed. But part of the problem with seasons is cows only breed during the summer, and sheep only breed during the spring. Pigs breed all through every season except winter. So getting the pig breeding achievement in seasons is very, very quick. But with cows and sheep it takes an awful lot longer because the breeding window is so small. And the breeding season is normalised. So if you're playing 3-day seasons, you'll get the same number of sheep during spring as if you were playing 6-day seasons. They're just fewer per day on the 6-day seasons. But it's kind of high time to move on to a new experience. Lawfolds, the only thing left to do on Lawfolds is buy up all the fields. And even for year 6, although it's not a financial wise move because I'm closing the farm, I am buying 2 fields and harvesting them, or at least I've already bought 1. I'll be buying a second one, maybe a third before fall, but it all depends. I mean, the weather's going to be a handicap. I did all of my first day harvesting on the day 5 summer. Day 6 summer is rain. Day, I think it's 1, 2 and 3 of 4 have rain. Day 4 is overcast. Day 5 and 6 is rain. So I'm going to be very tight doing the corn forage and soybean harvests, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be ready until day 5 of fall, and at day 5 onwards I'm just looking rain constantly. Fortunately, with Farm Sim 17 seasons you tend not to get 24 hours of rain. And day 6 of summer is my mowing day, and I've already harvested the largest of my grass fields. Got 266 silage bales off it, and the rain hasn't started yet, so that's a good thing. I've still got 2 more grass fields to cut, and I'm not sure I'm going to get them both done before the rain starts. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get them both done before the rain starts. But that's a constant challenge with Lawfolds. It's kind of a shame because they didn't do a Scottish Geo. I would have liked to use that for Lawfolds. As it is, there is a Scottish Geo for 19, and I think Growers Farm, which hasn't been released yet, and Peterville are both Scottish farms, so I could, there is something to use on the for the Scottish Geo. But I'm kind of looking at maps which have large fields. I'll go on this side, and more, a good selection of larger and smaller fields, which is something that Oakfield has, and a lot of the other maps don't have. Marwell Manor has a good range of field sizes. It just doesn't have many fields on it, and so it's kind of, I want a map that's kind of big, kind of challenging, that we have to move around a lot on. To sell stuff on Oakfield, it's a long drive to most of the sell points. And the roads aren't particularly truck and trailer friendly. And I never played Oakfield on 17 because it came out after Lawfolds came out, and I set up on Lawfolds, and this was basically I like this map. There's a lot to do on it, and so I want to stick with this map. And it was the last map I played on 17, and I didn't play any others with one exception. I played the last 2 Sundays that Farm Sim 17 was around, before 19 came out. I played 2 sessions on what was it? The Old Stream Farm. And the first session I did as a non-seasons playthrough, and basically how I get started on a map when I'm not playing seasons. And the second playthrough was how I get started on a seasons playthrough. And they're out there somewhere on YouTube. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Because startups vary. With the base game, I will possibly sell some of the starting equipment because it's not what I need, or it's not my style of play. But for the most part, I'm looking to save money. With seasons, I'll sell almost everything and get myself a tractor, depending on the fields I'm starting with, maybe a plough or maybe just a cultivator, some form of fertilizer and a seeder. That's all I need to worry about at the beginning. Then once you're going, it's sort of okay, now I need a mower and a loading wagon, so I'll go out and buy the cheapest ones of those I can afford and cut grass and stick it in the loading wagon. But I'm not going, everything I buy that first year this is what I need to make money before the end of the year. I do not have enough money to do everything I might want to do, and I've got to make sure that my the way I make the method I'm using to make money, whether that be animals or agriculture, is taken care of before I try anything else. And Tanker, thank you for the cheer, and welcome to the stream. So how was everyone's Thanksgiving? Oh, contract is finished. Yay, lift.